So let's compare Intel's Core i3-4160 with i3-4150. Basically, both of them belong to the Haswell processor that was launched in the late 2013, and 4160 is a speed bump, and it's launched just recently in Q3 2014. And Intel possibly improved its manufacturing process, which led to more increase in the maximum clock frequency that was achievable by these processors. And that's what we see here, 100 megahertz speed improvement, which is roughly about a little less than 3%. So you should not see a substantial uh, improvement in performance. In normal case, you will not even see any difference when you are running low processor intensive tasks, something like a spreadsheet or browsing internet. It's only when you stress the processor to their extreme and to 100% performance utilization that you can see some of those differences. And that's what we see in the benchmark comparison. You can see that these benchmarks show that i3-4160 is only slightly better than i3-4150. Both of them come with the same HD graphics, and one difference of these processors with Core i5 versus an i7 processors is that they don't support overclocking, or not the overclocking, not the right term to use. They don't support the turbo clock, which means that their clocks are fixed at 3.5 gigahertz and 3.6 gigahertz. They don't increase in, um, in when their processing requirement increases. Another thing is that both of them are dual cores. They have two cores each of them, unlike some of the Core i7 processors that are quad core and that have eight threads. So if your requirement is heavily processor intensive, then we would suggest that you go with the Core i7 processors that are quad core. You'll really see some 50-60%, at least 50-60% performance improvement if you go with the quad core processors. Looking at other specs of these two processors, they are about nearly the same, except this 100 megahertz clock frequencies. They both have the same power at 54 watt, and Intel has kept the pricing the same, so you get an additional slight speed bump without having to pay anything extra. But given that Intel's next processor launch is near, we would suggest that you can wait for a few months and you will get the newer line of processor sometimes in early 2015. Thanks for taking a look.